In this video, I'm going to tell you why it's so important that students set smarter goals. What's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Pursuit of Excellence family. So if you really want your students to grow this year, you really want your students to be great, the first step is that you have to make sure that they set goals. If you're a stats person, I'm going to share it with you like this. Students who set goals are 100% more likely to achieve them than students that don't. Get it? But seriously, students have to set goals in order to know what it is they really want to achieve. I like to tell stories. So last year I was coaching track, and I remember one of my students, he's typically a sprinter, but he went out there and he's running the mile. So when the gun goes off, he's gone. Like, he takes off, he's out, he's blazing the track. In the first lap, nobody's touching him, right? The second lap, he's realizing that this is gonna be more than just a sprint. So he starts to slow down a little bit. He starts to lose some gas. Third lap, he's basically walking. In the fourth lap, it's just over. So afterwards, I went to him to reflect on the race. And I said, what happened? And he said, man, coach, I didn't know it was 4 laps. I was like, yeah, I could tell. Before he got on the track, he didn't have made up in his mind what it is that he wanted to achieve. So he couldn't have a plan to get there. See, if he would have recognized that he was going for 4 laps, he would have approached it differently. It's the same thing with students in our classrooms. If they decide on the goal that they want to achieve, then they can devise a plan step by step of how they're gonna get there. If not, they're just on the track running around. And that's not gonna help us get to where we want our students to be. So it's so important that we have our students set goals so that they can be successful. So when is the right time to set goals? Do we just have to set goals at the beginning of the year? That's a great time. The middle of the year, that's a great time. The end of the year, that's a great time. It's always a great time to set a goal. It doesn't matter when in the year you set the goal. All that matters is that you set it and that you push students to achieve. I believe in this amazing framework that is an acronym, Smarter Goals, that allows students to set clear goals and follow through. If you've never heard of Smarter Goals, this is gonna blow your mind. I've heard of SMART goals before, but Smarter Goals was new to me, and I love it. And whenever I find out about something that is going to help students, no matter where they are, I have to spread the word. So I created a resource that's going to help students learn how to set smarter goals. You can get that resource in the description below. It's a lesson that teaches students about the importance of setting goals, and it provides a framework that helps them to design their very own specific goals. So the acronym for Smarter Goals is S, specific. Make sure that you know exactly what you want. M, measurable. What is the bar that you need to meet in order to meet this goal? A, attainable. How do you know that you can reach this goal? R, relevant. How does this relate to your overall dreams and vision? T, timely. When do you need to get this done by? Now, the 2 pieces that are new are the E and the R. E, evaluate. How are you gonna know that you are on the path to achieving this goal? And R, my favorite, reward. What are you gonna do for yourself once you actually achieve this goal? So that was just a brief overview, but in the resource, it goes in depth on each letter and allows students to develop their thinking so that they can develop a very specific smarter goal. There's so much going on in our students' lives that we have to be intentional about setting goals to make sure they're focused on the things that matter. It's enough to juggle distance learning, Zoom, hybrid, remote education, e-learning, virtual. There's a lot going on. As a matter of fact, if your students need help navigating distance learning, I created a video giving 5 tips that are guaranteed to increase your distance learning experience for students. I'm gonna link it right here. So with everything that's going on, what setting specific goals does is it helps students to block out the noise and focus on what they need in order to truly be successful for themselves. And that's what we want for all students. So again, check out the lesson that I designed in the description below so that you can teach your students about setting smart goals. And even if you check it out and it's not for you, please just speak to your students about setting smarter goals. Students need to know what it is that they want, because remember, desire drives determination. So if students know what they want, it'll motivate them to work harder to go ahead and achieve it. And when students are working hard, then the possibilities are endless. So check out the resource, talk to your students about setting specific goals, like, subscribe. I'm gonna see you next time.